everybody. Hi, it's Sean Murphy. Oh, here I am. Hi, I'm over here. Where's Rutherford Parker? There's Rutherford Parker. Right here. Everybody. Hi, how are you? So we're talking about the Rank Makers Live event. Go ahead.
Are we allowed to? Louise, tell us, what's it like for you?
Okay, this is my first rank makers, and I just was mind blown. The first 10 minutes, I was about to cry with Ray's story. Like it was so powerful, and I literally got 9 pages of notes, and we only have like 3 hours of the event in, and we got until 7. It's very powerful. I understood that I need to be more vulnerable with my audience. I need to let people in more into the struggles that I'm getting and how I'm feeling, and that things are not always gonna be good. And he really touched me with his dad's story because it was weirdly coincidental with mine because he spent 17 years without talking with his dad. I spent 17 years hating my dad. And he got the opportunity to reconnect with them, but I didn't get that until I saw my dad on a coffin. And that shook my body to the core. And I was just, you need to let go of the past. It's hurting you too much to stay in that I didn't do anything and just move on because we're missing so much opportunities because we don't let go of those bad stories that were laid upon us and that we lived. We gotta push ourselves more.
So what's one action step you're gonna take to do that tonight after the rank makers?
Share about my struggle.
And where are you gonna do it? And how's it gonna look? And what are you gonna what's some of the things you're gonna the topic besides just sharing your struggle?
So the next topic that I'm gonna be talking about is just this journey of me stepping into all of this, me moving to New York, me doing the network marketing, me talking more about my dad and how I actually feel about that situation because that's what makes me me. That's what has moved me into being the person who I am, and I want to let people into how I got this mind shift, this change at 20 years old. Because we had that discussion group at the end, and I'm the youngest person in the whole summit. I'm literally the youngest person in the whole summit. And they were mind blown of how my mind works. And one of them told me I have an 18-year-old and I'm trying to get him into personal development, but I just can't convince him. And my mission is to close that gap between millennials and knowledge and growing, reading the books and understanding that higher vision. And I was just like, oh, wow.
Did you tell them about your WhatsApp chat?
What?
Did you tell them about your WhatsApp chat, the person that has the 18-year-old they want involved?
I did not. That was a bad move.
Well, not necessarily a bad move, just a move you could have made.
Yeah, but okay, we were sharing so much the nuggets that we got from call that it just blew me over, and I was just, this is what I'm doing, this is what I want to do, and I didn't talk about that, but the podcast, the El Círculo de Vida, that's my vehicle to transmit the message to other millennials that hey, it's actually so beneficial to step into something that you don't like. Because the truth about it is, I hated reading, I hated growing, I hated everything related to school or knowledge. I did not match with that. And seeing all of this, seeing that if we turn fear into love, we can change lives. We gotta step up. At least I gotta step up. I'm not gonna say we, but I definitely got to step up.
And we all do. We all have to step up.
Yeah. Rhonda, what was your biggest takeaway from this?
You know what I really liked is when you were texting me. I love the rainmakers. I love it. But when you were texting about how this was changing you and how you were right on the brink of emotional difference and how this was touching you, because it hit me that you needed to be part of this. And when Angel made that happen, and thank you, Angel Fletcher.
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you for making that happen. So one of my favorite parts is not just what I absorb, but what I get to see others absorb. So getting to hear that from you and getting to sit beside Daniela and we're taking notes, that to me, that's really cool because I told Sean probably one of my biggest struggles in this industry is continuing the culture. Not just starting the culture, but continuing the culture and keeping people wanting to stick around and be engaged. So I like that.
Yes, that's powerful. Daniela, tell me.
My biggest takeaway has to be with Diane that she amplified how important it is to have an email list. And I know so many of us on the younger side are always like, oh, well, social media is where we can always talk to people on our social media. But even Sean mentions it on our daily awakening calls, like, God forbid, Facebook gets shut down, Instagram gets shut down, Twitter gets shut down, all of it gets shut down. Where are your contacts? They're gone. So that was my huge thing that I loved that she highlighted that part.
Kayla, what's your big takeaway from this morning?
Me, the big it was what Diana said. That part that she said, because I was still fighting with that email thing, right? I was still fighting with that because I know you mentioned it, and I know you're doing it because I receive like a lot of stuff from you every day, and like how he do it, and I know that's a program, and I know that's well, of course you have to sit down and write down something. I figure, but I'm like, I just can't deal with that thing, right? Like me doing it, right? And I know you mentioned it, but you did said something that Daniela just said, and it was that to me it's more like the emotional part on like when you haven't get to that peak point of like nothing bothers you, like if somebody block you, it doesn't bother you. Like if somebody don't answer to you, it doesn't bother you. I haven't get to that point that it doesn't bother me. Like I know it is like that. It will happen. I haven't get to that point, right? But when it comes to email, it's so true. I mean, you send email, and it's like it will never hurt you because you won't see that they read or not read. You just keep sending and sending and sending. And it's so easy to get an email for someone. I mean, it is so easy to get, right? Because at least when you get the email from people, you know that people give you the email. Even, I mean, whatever it is, they give you the email. But if you send a request and they don't want to accept you, they just don't accept you, and that hurt feelings, right? So I'm like, okay, email is that cover so we don't get hurt until we get to that point that we don't get hurt, right? So that's the part that really got to me. Like, yes, I don't have to be fighting with those emotions of somebody blocked me or somebody not responding or anything like that. The only thing I'm really like, and of course I was like, yeah, Sean, I know you always tell us this. I know. But at least you tell us so we can say, yes, that's why he tell us. So I'm glad you never stop telling us those things, right? And the other thing is like how you do when you have so many emails for years and years and years. You know that there are so many emails that they're not good. And then how you do to clean that? If there is something that you can clean that up, and or there is something that you really know that you can, I'm asking myself those questions. I know it's not for today, but I know I said, I mean, I've been in this world for many from the time that email exists. I exist, right? So I got so much email since that time. How I know if my emails are good or not, even though I'm gonna start to collect new ones, right? So, and I just that's what I really got from the whole time, because to me, to Kayla B. Cortez, all the other things that they said is like, I know that Chong already told me that. I know that already. Yeah, I know that already. So yeah, I'm serious. I was at some point I was like, oh my god, am I really listening to this? I'm ahead of everyone. I mean, I knew you too. I knew you too, right? And I'm like, so I'm gonna print one with my face here too, like. So yeah, so at one point I was like, I really gonna start to do some work right now because everything I'm listening, I already know, I already know, I already know, right? And even what Diane said is like, we Sean always tell us this, but just that part that she said, it really, I'm like, okay, finally I got something out of this. And I know I shouldn't be like that, but I am that way. So that's what I have.
Kayla, mentioning that of the emails, I really, this stuck with me. That's Sinaloa.
Oh yeah, I
Safety
wrote
in
that. I
numbers
wrote
and
that.
law of
Yes.
averages. That took me. That was what resonated inside of my head. Like, okay, yeah, send out the emails because I created the email list after Sean telling me 100 million times. I created it, but I stopped sending emails, or I was sending like one a month, si acaso. And when I heard that safety in numbers and law of averages, I said, okay, just send a lot of emails. Better to have a lot of numbers and to maybe have two people watch them than not have a single email and have no one seeing them. Because at the end of the day, we're not going to know if they actually take action. Oh, yeah, we actually are going to know. But the safety in numbers is going to be there. So that stuck with me a lot.
I
Yeah.
think it's true. Everything that I've seen this morning has been reinforcement, like Kayla's saying. Like, these are things that we are being told over and over again. And my biggest takeaway was, I actually had two of them, and it was the email and getting to know Instagram, right? Like, I'm not incredibly comfortable there because I built on Facebook, and I'm just more comfortable there. And then I feel like I'm doing it wrong on Instagram, and that's just dumb, and I just need to do it right. But everything they keep saying are things that we're being told over and over again, right, Kayla? Like, I've heard
Oh,
this, I've heard this,
right.
I've heard this. So when I heard the email thing again with Diane, I was just like, oh damn it, I'm just gonna do the email already. Like, if I hear to do this list one more time and I haven't done it, like, I'm just gonna figure it out. I almost actually
Oh,
sent
say that.
Sean
Say that.
the text message, and I was gonna say, okay, well, which site am I supposed to use? Like, which one? But like, I didn't. But I just knew that, like, okay, like, I'm just gonna do this. Like, I have tons of emails. I actually have a list. I just don't have the thing going, because then that requires me to show up more. That requires me to do more work and do the emails, right? Like, that's being lazy. That's us not doing the thing that we know we should be doing. And okay, like, that's why we're doing another event, and that's why we're taking 3 days out of our life to, like, okay, finally show up, finally start doing the thing that we're supposed to be doing. So it really is reinforcement.
Yeah, I
The
know.
Of the
worst
So
part about it, the emails at least, is that they're not hard to do.
No,
They don't consume a lot of time. It's just about laziness and not taking the 10 minutes to write the email.
because
Because it's really
15
simple to do
minutes
them.
earlier
There's presets.
you could do it. It really doesn't take that much, and we could
Yeah.
schedule them. We could make the emails in advance. We don't have to do
Automatic.
it now in real time.
yeah, I know.
We
I
just
mean,
gotta do it.
yes, Liz, we just have to do it, right? I hope that you record this and you hear yourself saying, right? You have to do it, right? Luis, where you go? He left. He gone. He knew I was gonna get him his ass.
And I really liked the breakout room. That was really neat, the way that they put us with 5 complete. I don't know any of the people that were in there. And it was just like, bam, you're in there with these 5 people. Okay, and I'll start talking, kind of thing, right? Like,
Oh yes, I got with
that was
four,
really
but one.
that was really good to hear other people's, take on what was going on.
Yeah, one of mine did never talk, but the other one talked, and then she was trying to prospect me, and I'm like, and you say, you're not doing that, right? I'm like, oh my god, I was ready to come out and say something. Haven't you read the rules? But she was sweet. She's lucky that she was so sweet because I was ready to say, hey, you need to check on these things a little bit, read some things. But she was fine. I mean, I really like the groups things. But
Hey,
we,
Luis, what are your last
but
words,
we,
Luis?
but we don't.
Hang on, Kayla. Hang on, Kayla. Luis, what's your last words? Because I'm gonna jump you out and bring Sharon in. What's your last words for the audience?
Step in, even though you are gonna be fearful, even though you're not gonna want it, even though you're gonna have a lot of doubt. Step in, do it. Stop giving an F about what people may think or about what you are gonna think, because you're gonna think a lot of negative stuff. So just say, okay, I don't care. I'm gonna do it again, and just do it. Hell, it's not gonna be perfect.
Luis,
Don't
Luis,
expect it to be
Luis,
perfect.
Luis, before you leave, I hope you saying that I'm gonna do it. What I'm waiting for. I'm gonna do this, okay? I hope you saying that too.
I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna give. I'm
Say
gonna
what
do
I'm
this.
waiting for. What I'm waiting for. Say it.
What
Tell your
am I
audience.
waiting for? What permission am I waiting for? I'm giving myself the permission to be successful. I'm giving myself the permission to step into my greatness today. And I permit myself to be whatever and whoever I can be. That's
Okay.
all. I love you.
I love you. I feel better
Love
now.
you, brother. Thanks, man.
Love you. Sharon.
Yep.
Uh-oh, here we go. We got some more. Look at the freaking beauty on that screen. Y'all are sexy.
Man,
I
y'all
know.
What's up, Kayla? What's up? What's up?
Hey, Sharon, if you're listening, click on that link again. I see you there, but I didn't. You just got booted.
Uh-oh. Come on, Sharon. So while we're waiting for Sharon, when y'all broke out into your groups, did y'all do what Danielle and I ended up having to do, which is moderate the group, like help it along?
What?
Your breakout groups.
There was a girl in my group who took like more charge, but it was me and her like talking, and we started it, and yeah. So
Oh yes,
I
I took
recognize that.
charge.
Like,
I
yep.
know. People were quiet, and they were just quiet there, and I'm like, they really? I mean, they need to be with Sean. We already done this. We already know what to do. And I was like, hello, hey, I guess we have to talk and to share. And
That's what I had to do.
so we have to wait. I said, no, we're here to share. So let's start. And they were like, okay. So I felt great doing that. I said, I've been here, I done that, I done this with Sean. Even that, people not even know about the groups. And I know that because Chuck put us in a group, John. I love you so much.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. Oh! Well, I got him a picture already, so he can jump off us. I already get it.
So is Sharon not coming on?
I don't know. She was there. The device said not connected, so maybe she's trying something else. But Heather, what was another big takeaway for you? Heather? So what are you going to do on Monday? Monday. I feel like I'm the announcer. I'm the voice of the VOG. Hi, everybody. Welcome, Heather Love.
I don't know about Monday, but I know tonight I'm gonna figure out where I start so I can start creating this platform so I can create these emails and send and get this autoresponder thingy set up. So I'm not waiting until Monday, but I'm gonna start doing some more stuff this evening. Are you still there?
Yes, couldn't find the unmute button.
Oh, were you asking us?
No, yeah. What are you going to do? What's the next step for y'all?
Well, I'm flying home Monday.
What are you going to do Sunday then? What are you going to do tonight? What are you going to be like? What are you going to be like a Heather? Be like a Heather.
You know what
What are you
we're
gonna
going to
do
do
tonight?
tonight? We're going to be working on our stories.
So you know what? It's
Taking advantage of the hours that I've taken, locked myself in. I even have an interview at 7:00 for coaching, like on our dinner break. Like, I'm not playing. Like, I am not playing.
That's awesome. We're going to, since we have this one here, quarantine, we are going to break into the true story that none of us have heard yet. Because I know it's in there. And the two people I'm looking at on the screen, y'all know there's more in this girl than what we've heard.
Yeah.
I told her, like, there's no time like the present. You're in front of Sean. It is time for us to have a powwow tonight and see what we can learn about Miss Bosnian here.
You better take advantage of your vacation and that time.
Oh, yes.
Get that work in.
There he comes again. That's exactly right. Hey, let's give Sean a shout out for bringing amazing, powerful women together. Right? You know? Come on. All of us. That's right. He attracts powerful women, doesn't he? That's it. So I don't know. Sharon said she lost it again.
I don't know. Yeah, it says it's not connecting her camera or something. Guest needs to connect their mic and camera before you can add them to the stream. So I'm not sure why, because I know our camera and everything.
Kayla, did you see the? Well, she's probably on her phone. Daniela put a message in the chat on our live Facebook because this is on Facebook. So she put a. Hang on, he'll put it on the screen. There it is. You see it? We can go back to it.
IPB.
Oh my God.
Heather, I'll send you an explanation.
Okay.
I'll text you an explanation.
I know that I need an explanation, but after you do it, then you always get hooked.
Crazy.
He took her off screen.
You getting in trouble. Monitoring you.
So, folks, what we really wanted to do is to give you a little idea of what's happening inside of Rank Makers Live right now. Rank Makers 2020. This is day one, half of day one. The first part, you can bring it over there. And so what's happening is a lot of amazing stuff. And I wanted to bring on some of the folks who are that I get to be a part of their organization and just share some ideas, some thoughts, and get some feedback. Because the best way to learn something is to teach it, and the better way to learn something is to actually have to go do it live and do it in the moment and actually get it into your body. So there you go. That's kind of our wrap. Heather, any last words for the audience?
Get moving, get started. Like, you need to take action, and now is as good of a time as any. Like, there's a lot of people out there that need us, and it's time that we stand up and we do what we're called to do, and we need to take some action.
Daniela, anything you'd like to say?
Stop it. What do you want to close with? Guys, help me. Is that it?
No. I don't know, Rhonda. I kind of just want to say you gotta go for what you want. You can't allow your fear. You can't allow anybody that's trying to step in your way to get in your way. You gotta push them to the side and keep on going.
Oh, I get the beautiful microphone. If there's one thing I can take away from all this is have it get him away from the mic from me. Stop it. Give me the microphone.
They have fun together.
He's a mess. I'm so thankful for communities like ours and Rank Makers. Because stop. The women on this call right now, and I mean all the women, even the one in the hat and the red t-shirt over there, all us ladies getting to come together is because of this industry. Yes. I would never have y'all. So if anyone's out there that's listening that is like, I would love to have something like this. Any of us, reach out to any of us. We are all on Facebook. You can get Daniela, you can get me, you can get Heather, you can get Kayla, you can even get Sean on Facebook, and you can send us a message that goes, I don't know what I can do, but I want to be with y'all and have fun. And I want to find a place where I can be loved and show up just like I am, because that's what we are doing. That's what we're learning. That's what Angel Fletcher provides. That's what Sean Murphy provides. And we're products of that environment. And we'll just know how to love you, how to accept you. And this Rank Makers event is just one more way for us to realize what I always say. You got a heartbeat, you got a purpose. And we're figuring it out even more today.
It's so this community is so strong, and especially now where we're secluded and we're not allowed to be around each other, and you're worried about everything that you do. Even like we need people. We need people around us in our ears. We need to be able to connect with others, and the community that we have in this industry, not necessarily company wide, but our company is pretty great, but the industry in a whole, and like Rank Makers and all of this, like it truly is, it's a different type of family. And like we spend a lot of time with these people, and like you really are the sum of your 5 closest friends, and all of the people that you're listening to. It affects so much of your everyday. Like it really, really does. And when you feel like you have a purpose and you're doing good for people in your community, like it really does, it does give you something to look forward to. It makes you feel good to help others feel good.
Kayla, what are your last thoughts?
My last thought, I stay with what he said at the beginning about toxic culture, right? I really love that. And and this is something that you always talk to us about too, and is let's go out there and build a community of love. I just love what he said that too, because I mean, you always tell us that, and not a community of, oh, if you don't do it like me, you're not good, or you are here to do this, if you don't do it, you're not good, or you're supposed to do this and that and that. And that's a toxic culture. And I really that's how he started, and I really love that to be an opening, because it's true. That's what we need. That's what we always need. But at the end now, that's what we need the most with all the things that are happening. And people like to be loved, and people like to belong somewhere where you can show them that they can be here and being the way they are. And I show you the way I am. And we all here for something, yes, but you can be the way you want, and you can reach whenever you want and however you want. And we are here to share you how we do things, how we share this, but it's your wall, is your environment, is you and I'm me, and we all share together, but we don't push no one, like feeling bad or toxic way. I really love that. And that's how I stay in this first session.
And so there you go, folks. Just a little recap of the Rank Makers Live 2020, the morning edition. We'll be back with some other interviews with us afterwards. So here's what I'd leave you with. If you're thinking, you know what, I should have been at the Rank Makers event.
You should have.
You could have.
Yeah.
But here's what's the good news. You've got 6 people. You've got 2,000 people. You got 3,000 people who did go. Seek them out. Ask them for their notes. I think if they're going to the Rank Makers event, I think if they're in our profession, I think if you're looking to build a business, anybody who's attended will serve you by sharing their notes. That's what we just did. So let us serve you. Let us guide you, give you an idea, give you a step up, give you a hand up to make the rest of 2020 the best year ever. And we'll see y'all where?
At the next event.
I
love you.
Oh, wait a minute. Kate was muted. All right. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Bye for now.